and spirits meet. And today we're trying the second Scarabus, and the second Scarabus is a whiskey that is similar to the other, the 10-year-old. It's also the from Hunter Laing. It's the Scarabus. I've told you about the rocky place, so everything about the background, about the bottle and such, you will find in the other video. And this here is the Scarabus Batch Strength. Yeah, the other one had 46% ABV, and this one has 57% ABV. Let's talk about batch strength. What is batch strength? A batch is a number of casks that are being filled, and yeah, strength is referring to the alcohol number, and that means it suggests that the strength comes from when you put all the casks together, and that's the strength you get, and that's the batch strength. Unfortunately, the batch strength is not a protected word as far as I know, and that means 57 sounds to me that they actually diluted it. So probably they came up with a number around 60 or something like that and decided to dilute it down to 57 and write batch strength on it. They could have written high strength on it. If you want to write cask strength on it, then that is actually a protected word. So they couldn't write cask strength on it because they were diluting it down, from what I'm thinking what they did. Because if they would have not diluted down, they could have written cask strength on it. You don't have to have a single cask for a cask strength. You can mix different casks together and still can be a cask strength. It's a bit different here. Whereas the Scarabus is silver and gray, the Scarabus batch strength is the golden one. So the label I've just shown you has golden ornaments on it with pretty much the same label, but yeah, it says batch strength. It's still an Islay single malt Scotch whiskey, and yeah, let's have a look how and it does not carry an age statement. Does not carry an age statement. Let's find out how yeah, probably a younger one and with more alcohol in it will taste. Be careful, 57 is quite high, so if you do this you have to have the right breathing technique, otherwise you'll burn your tongue and you will not taste much for the rest of the day or for the next few hours. Relatively mild for a 57% ABV whiskey, and you do feel a lot of peat smoke. I've actually forgot the nosing. Shame on me. A lot of peat smoke. Also in the smell, but there is more of a oaky touch to it, and a little bit of a sweet touch to it, and also yeah, there is burnt notes from the smoke, and it, that really gives you a little bit of a remembrance of licorice. Licorice is actually made of wood. I'm not sure what wood is used for licorice, but it's very, very caramelized wood sugar. So you cook out the wood and the wood sugars out of the wood and caramelize that, and that is then licorice. It does have a little bit more like a bourbon character. Doesn't say which casks they use, so more intense more in it, so I would say it's even a little bit less expensive, and it doesn't feel that young. So relatively compared, they're both pretty good but pretty tasty. But all in all, I would say the second one was a little bit better for me. Maybe that's just because of the order in which I tasted them, but probably the second one is just a little bit more intense. That's actually why I tasted it that way around, because the 10-year-old is not as strong as the batch strength with 57% ABV. Really, really tasty stuff. So I would probably recommend the batch strength first before you try the 10-year-old. But yet still, the sweetness is pretty short. In the aftertaste, I have no sweetness at all. Just the oak and the licorice staying in there with a little bit of a bitter, dark tone, yeah, to it. Yeah, that was it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.